Welcome to the Copper King Mine and Railroad. Today I'm going to share my secret how I make ballast. With over 300 feet of track, I needed a lot. So stay tuned. So let me show you some of this ballast in the Copper King Mine. Look how much I've made of this stuff. So, I mean, I don't know if you can see how nice this looks. It comes into focus, but I got all these different colors. So these are big containers too. Look at these. If anybody will live close around by out here in Salt Lake, you're certainly welcome to this stuff. But I really like how this turned out. And I've made just way too much. This is my grays. This is the main ballast I use for my layout is the grays. And this is a black one I use that for roads and different things. You can see this is really great stuff. Anyway, let me show you what it looks like over on the layout. Trains just passing through here. So you can see the transition places right here where it went from gray to this kind of maroonish color. Now I actually filled these. I didn't fill them. These are just plastic inserts, and then let me get that out of there. And then I just covered it over with this material and just glued it, and then just sprinkled it on those loads. And see, that's the little black pathway right here. And the road over here is made out of black. So this stuff is all over the place. It's just not in the ballast. It's kind of my dirt and stuff. So this is my ballast. See, then on the outskirts of the ballast is some of the other maroonish color. This isn't the color at Bingham. It's an orangish color up there, but I was using my creative license when I was building my layout. Here's the dump area. Oh no, see this coal car here that's some of that black ballast in there. To make it look like coal, I just covered that over, put a little glue in and just sprinkled that on. Thought that worked really good. You can see here this is supposed to be the dump, so here comes the train here. So this is the transition from the gray to the maroon type color here. This is the lower level of it. So there's just a lot of ballast on this layout. I needed a lot, and I needed an inexpensive way to do it. So let's go up to the mine. So there's all different colors up here. I'll just follow some of this roll down. Try not to go too fast, make you dizzy. Up here I have been ballast over the bridges. In a few spots anyway. So that's a lot of my ballast right here. I don't know. I think it turned out really nice. what's funny about it, the first time I went and bought some of this stuff, I went to Home Depot and they had a broken bag, so they gave it to me. So I didn't think it cost me anything, and I had the paint, so I just, all my first ballast was free. What's exciting, so you can see this goes into the dark, right there into the gray. And it's all like that all through the mine, different more transitions. Because when we was working on the tracking, this is the tracking up here, we just used the material on hand at the mine, you know. It was just all that gray rock. We just used it. Some of it was pretty big stuff, but we just used it anyway to tamp in there and fill in. Anyway, so that's some of the ballast of the copper mine. So let's show you some of the ballast that we used up the mine. Now this is a picture of a dozer. He's pushing just the material they had on hand right there over to the rail so it could resurface it. And this is a close-up of it. You can see him pushing it right there. Now these guys are got an electric generator on a push cart, and they're tamping with the material. Now look at this color picture. I want to show you some of these colored pictures so you can see what colors they were up the mine. Look at the nice brown ballast right there. That's a nice job. I don't know what they're using there. That looks like the color I made today. I'll have to show you. Then this is a shovel loading the train. There's a lot of overspill, and so it was always around. Some more colored pictures of the grays and the browns. Now this one is a picture of looking south, and on the north side the mine didn't move that way because Anaconda owned the property, and so they took the main line and going down to 6190 and different things, and had real ballast on the black ballast. And some more colored pictures of, you see it's just the grays, and just depended on the light what was shining on what it looked like. And this is a picture of a track gang right here. They're spiking down some with them pneumatic hammers. But there's oranges up in the mountainside. This 76 show, you can really see the oranges and the grays up there on the mine. So anyway, that's the ballast of the mine. So this is what I use to make my ballast. This is industrial quartz. This is what they use to stucco houses. So it really takes paint pigment well. You see it's really white. This is the coarser stuff. You can buy a little finer stuff for end gauge, but I think this works good for HO. So this is what I use, that industrial quartz. Then I'll show you what I do. So I take it downstairs, and I'm showing you again, I guess. Now on this side, I'm going to use this acrylic paint right here. I use this to weather my buildings and to weather my trains. I haven't used it for a while. It's kind of runny. Just put a little bit in there. I haven't used this before because I usually just use paint. And I'll show you that in a minute. So they're not much in there. Then I think that's burnt umber. Makes a good dirt paint for your layout. Then I just add water and just stir it up. Yeah, move the picture out of the way where you can see. Anyway, so I just stir that up, and then I just add the quartz in. Get that stirred really well. Now all mine was kind of maroon and grays on my layout. And you just want to just take up all the moisture with that. And it did turn it a little bit lighter. I guess I could have used more color. It lightened it up a little bit. You can see it right there. But I really like how it turned out. That color turned out really good. See how it has a little moisture in there, so I added a little more. And just mix that really, just blend it in so all the colors mix through. So that's about it. And then the other way I do is I just use paint I have around. They used to sell the used paint at Home Depot. I don't know if they do anymore, but you can buy these little sample cans for $3-4 at Home Depot and have any color you made out to match your layout. So that would be cool. See, this is just a little gray. This is a lighter gray than I used on mine, so this is going to turn out a little lighter, but I still like how it turned out. Now that big bag of, that 50-pound bag of industrial quartz was only $6.44 at Home Depot, so if you can't balance your whole layout with a 50-pound bag of that stuff, you got a big layout. Anyway, so the same thing, I just mix it in here. It's got to be, of course, it's got to be a water-soluble paint, latex. So then I just added this in. And just mix it in. I mean, it's really simple to make ballasts. So anyway, I think it is. So I just really like how all mine turned out on my layout. So now, yeah, make sure you get most of that moisture out of there. And then I just, once I get it all mixed up, when that's all mixed really good together, then I get some wax paper and spread it out on a piece of cardboard. I just kind of level it out, get it as thin as I can on that board so that will dry out. I did mine in the wintertime, so it took a little while to dry. This is for the brown. Just flip that wax paper the opposite direction of the curl. So this is the brown I'm just going to lay out and do the same thing, just spread it out. Now once you get it like this and get it letting it dry, then you got to go back on it every once in a while, at least a couple of times a day, and kind of rake through it with your fingers or a stick and see how I'm going through it right now, and just kind of get those lumps out of it so it just doesn't harden up altogether. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm just kind of going through it. Now this is the final product, and this is after a day, and you can see how nice this looks. That brown really turned out nice, that color on that. And this is the gray right here. I'm still kind of getting some of those lumps out of it. I really like how this turns out, so hope you can try it.